Hello, welcome back to my video. Today we're visiting Asakusa in Tokyo. Asakusa is one of those neighborhoods in Tokyo that feels like you're stepping back in time. It's famous for Senso-Ji, which is the city's oldest and probably most iconic temple, which always draws a big crowd. The area around here is filled with these charming little streets packed with shops, street food, and the lovely Nakamise Dori. Asakusa really has this cool mix of old school Japanese culture and the modern buzz of Tokyo. It is the perfect spot if you want to explore the traditional side of the city while still feeling the energy of the present day. This is the Thunder Gate, or otherwise called Kamina Rimon. It is such an iconic spot in Tokyo, you can't really miss it. It is huge with bright red pillars, and you'll see this massive lantern hanging in the center. This lantern has bold black kanji characters on it, and as you can see, it's a go-to spot for photos for so many people. This gate is the entrance to Nakamise Dori and Senso-Ji Temple. This is actually the first gate. You'll see a second gate later on in this video before we see the Senso-Ji Temple. As you can see, it's guarded by two statues. One is Fuji, the god of wind, and the other one is Reijin, which is the god of thunder. Walking through this gate feels like you're entering a whole different world. It's full of history, culture, and excitement. There's the lantern. I know I'm panning the camera so fast. I'm really sorry about that. I really have to do better next time. Now we enter the Nakamise Dori. As you can see, it's so vibrant and it's bustling with so many people. This is one of the oldest shopping streets in Japan, and as you walk down this long, colorful strip, you're surrounded by small shops selling all sorts of traditional Japanese snacks, souvenirs, and the most beautiful, unique crafts you'll ever see. This street right here is especially famous because it leads right up to Senso-Ji Temple, so it's always packed with both tourists and locals. They also sell matcha. There's a lot of matcha stands around here. I didn't try it because I plan to go to Kyoto, and Kyoto is where matcha originated from. So I'm really excited about that.
Frozen matcha.
We want to try this one. Now this is what I'm excited about, the kushi dango. The kushi dango is a popular Japanese snack that consists of small, round rice dumplings cured on a stick. They're soft and chewy, made from rice flour, and typically comes in sets of 3 or 4. What makes kushi dango fun is that they come in different flavors. The most common one is mitarashi, where the dumplings are coated in sweet soy sauce glaze. It's kind of salty and sweet at the same time. I think they call it shoyu. And then there's also anko, which is topped with sweet red bean paste. And sometimes you'll find matcha flavored ones as well. People usually enjoy kushi dango at a festivals, tea shops, or as a quick snack when walking around. It's a comforting treat that's both simple and very satisfying. Although I think in Japan, walking around while eating street food is generally frowned upon, you'll often see signs or gentle reminders in the street food areas asking people to enjoy their food at the stall or designated areas instead of on the go. So while it's not strictly forbidden, it's more about showing respect for others and the space around you. Also, I think it's probably a good idea because it's very hard to find garbage cans anywhere in Japan. You'll see garbage cans here and there, maybe like at 7-Eleven or Lawson, mostly at 7-Eleven or Lawson, but it's very rare. I know, we're still walking. It's really not a long walk from the first gate to the second gate. It just seems like it's a long walk because I'm walking very slow and I'm filming. And also, I'm really enjoying the things that they're selling at each stall. Like this one right here, I think they're selling matcha and some rice crackers. It's really hard to see but because there's so many people, and I had a really big breakfast this morning, so I can't really eat a lot. That rice balls that I ate earlier, the kushi dango, was very delicious, and that filled me up a little bit. So let's just keep on walking. More rice crackers. Rice crackers in Japan, by the way, are so good. Also, I think we're almost there because I can see the roof of the second gate. I know it might seem like a long walk, but it's really not. And also, you're not going to get bored because there's so many things to see, so many things to buy, and so many things to eat. It's really fun.
Abi na ako gani.
We're almost there. Let's just keep walking. Wind chimes, anyone? Also, this street right here, by the way, is not the only street. If you look to the left and to the right and just keep walking to the left, to the right, go straight, go back, there are so many stalls or stores that are selling food and souvenirs. This area is so big. There's so many things to do. And we're gonna keep walking. Now we get to watch this. This is called taiyaki. Taiyaki is a popular Japanese street food that's made from a batter similar to pancakes or waffles. It's poured into a fish-shaped mold and traditionally filled with anko. It's a sweet red bean paste, though nowadays you'll find many varieties including custard, chocolate, or sweet potato, and even savory fillings like cheese or sausages. The fish shape is modeled after a sea bream or tai, which is considered a symbol of good fortune in Japan. The snack is slightly crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, with the filling providing a satisfying contrast in texture and flavor. Taiyaki is often enjoyed warm, especially when freshly made from street vendors just like this or at festivals, and it's really a nostalgic comfort food for many Japanese people. Yay, we're finally here. This is the second gate located after passing through the Nakamise Dori, which is that long shopping street that we just walked through. It leads directly into the main temple precinct. It's called the Hazumon Treasure House Gate. The gate is larger and more imposing than Kamina Rimon. It houses two large Neo statues on either side, as well as a giant pair of sandals called Warachi hanging on the back as a symbol of protection. But the Hozumon serves as a storehouse for the temple's treasure, and its name reflects its function. It guards the temple's important sutras and artifacts. Those rattling or shaking that you're hearing is called omikuji, which is fortune telling. On both the left side and the right side, you'll find a spot to draw omikuji, which are paper fortunes. For a small donation, like I think 100 yen, you shake a box and pull out a numbered stick, which corresponds to a fortune slip. Depending on your fortune, good or bad, you can either keep it if you get a good fortune or tie it to the designated racks to ward off bad luck if you get a not so good fortune. There are so many things to do in this area. You can also buy the incense offering, which costs, I think, 100 yen. What you do with that is you light that up and then you place that incense offering inside the incense burner, which is called the koro. What happens is visitors often gather around that burner to waft the smoke towards themselves, as it is believed to have purifying and healing properties. This practice is a form of ritual cleansing and is meant to bring good fortune and blessings. You can also buy the ceremonial stick. What it is it's a stick where you can put your name on it or your business name on it or whatever you want to have good fortune on. You write that down on that stick and then you give it back to them. And what happens is during the prayer days, I think the monks will typically chant prayers over it, imbuing it with blessings. So here's the incense burner or koro that I was talking about. What it is you close your eyes and then you make a wish and you waft the smoke towards yourself, and it's believed to make your wishes come true. Also here they have the practice of washing the hands as part of the purification ritual called the temizu or the temizuya. What it is before you enter the Senso-Ji Temple, you go to this water fountain and then you pick up the wooden ladle and then you scoop the water, then you wash your left hand and then you wash your right hand and then you rinse your mouth and then you put the ladle back, and then from there you can enter the temple. This ritual symbolizes the purification of the body and mind, preparing visitors for prayers and reflection. So I didn't film the inside of the Senso-Ji Temple because I wasn't sure if that was disrespectful. But inside the temple, you can do a few things. You can pray, or you can make offerings, or you can buy bracelets or protective talismans that offer different kinds of blessings, such as health, safety, or success. And then you can also offer incense and candles and things like that. So that concludes my visit to the Senso-Ji Temple. I have to say it was spiritual, sacred, and intimate, and it was definitely an experience that I will never forget. And then after that, I had a great big bowl of this delicious ramen.
쇼핑 가자.